Look, you guys, what's going on? This is going to be your review of Life After Lockup, Season 2, Episode 49. I still don't understand why we're on Episode 49 of Season 2, but we're going to just let that one go. Michael, Megan, Maria, and Sarah, I'm going to get to y'all last. I can't do y'all right now. I'm going to do y'all last because I got to give I just need to give y'all some special attention, okay? I just need to give that whole situation some special attention. Let's start with Angela and Tony, okay? So Angela and Tony, they're in a good place again. You know, Tony did the whole romantic gesture, dinner outside, cooked some steak on the grill and all that. They're getting ready for the wedding. It's a week before the wedding. Now, they've decided they're getting married at the beach. But Angela decides to take Tony is going to go shopping with her friend Tommy. I believe his name is Tommy. And remember, Tommy don't like Tony. And Tommy, y'all, I can't do nothing but laugh at Tommy because Tommy be trying it. So Tommy done already said, you know, I don't really like him. Tony don't like Tommy. Tommy don't like Tony. But she trying to put them together. They're going looking for a suit. Now, while they're suit shopping, they both trying to be cordial at first. They do that whole fake, what's up, man thing. They do the little half hug. You know what I mean? Cool. So they find the suit. Tommy trying to put him in a dark suit. He like, nope, I want white. That's my stilo. That's my look. They find the suit. And Tommy gonna say, I don't think they should get married. He's saying this in his confessional. I don't think they should get married because I think that he's still going to hurt her. And, I mean, if he hurts her, you know, I've taken some self-defense classes. I mean, I think I could do a little damage. You in whose army, Tommy? You in whose... Look. Now, Tony, you in what army, Tommy, are you going to do some damage? So then Tommy decides that he's going to play True Confessions. So he's going to say to Tony, you know, I proposed to Angela before. And then they showed a flashback to, I think, 6 months prior to this, he had proposed to Angela. So Tony was like, well, when did this go down? He going to say, oh, it was a while ago. Tony was like, well, what's a while ago? Because me and Angela been engaged for 2 years, so... Has it been within 2 years? Did you know we were together? Did you know that we were engaged? And he gonna say, well, I knew. I mean, I didn't know it was that serious. I didn't know it was all like that. So now Tony's pissed. And Tony, you have every right to be pissed. Let me tell you something, Tony. I'm giving you a hard time, but you have every right to be pissed. It's no way in the world. See, that's that bullshit. You're gonna put me in a situation to be around somebody that you know has feelings for you, even if he had never proposed to you. You know this man has feelings for you, and you're trying to force us to have this friendship, or force us to come together and do whatever it is you want us to do. And you know good and daggone well that this man is in love with you. That's wrong, Angela. You wrong for that. So Tony is pissed, right? So Tony basically starts letting him know how he feel. Like, Tony not holding his tongue. He not getting loud. He not cursing him out, but he's being real clear. So then Tommy gonna say, well, if you hurt her, then I'm just telling you, you're not gonna walk away from that. Here go Tony. And he ain't raised his voice. He ain't do nothing. He said, have you ever killed somebody before? Have you ever killed somebody before? Tommy was like, of course not. He said, then I'm going to ask you not to speak on it until you've done it. Don't you speak on it. I said, oh, shit. So then later on that night, you know, of course, he goes home and he confronts Angela about it. And he tells Angela, he said, look, why would you put me in that situation? He ends up going off on Angela, honey. And like I said, I'm with you on this one, Tony. You were right. Angela, you should have let that man know and let him decide if that's who he wanted, if he wanted to spend time with him. Like you, that's fucked up. Like, you put them in a bad situation, and that was real messed up on your part. So then... Now Tony feel like he got a little bit of leverage, right? He feel like he done gained a little bit of real estate on Angela, so he gonna say, well, now I'm giving you the rules. I don't want you spending no time with him. I don't want you talking to him, and he's not coming to the wedding. Baby, Angela was like, what? You don't get to tell me who I can be friends with. It's harmless. It doesn't mean anything. It's not a big deal. I mean, I didn't tell you because it wasn't a big deal, honey. That thing was funny. So I guess we're gonna see how that whole thing plays out, child. That thing was funny. But Tony said, "Now I'm in charge. You won't be. Now I'm making rules. You won't give me rules. I can't be friends with prostitutes, but you can't be friends with him." Anyway, y'all. Now Brittany and Marcelino. Let me tell y'all something. Marcelino, you wrong. I understand why you lied, but you were wrong. And listen. When are we going to learn that if you are going to include somebody in your lie, you need to let them know you have included them in a lie? You gonna lie on her cousin, not your cousin, her cousin, and say that we gonna go play poker together. But you won't tell him, yo, in case Brittany called, we together. Matter of fact, don't call the house. Because it ain't like Brittany was looking for Marcelino. Brittany wasn't looking for Marcelino. Yeah, I wasn't looking for Marcelino. You called the house looking for Marcelino, and I told you he wasn't there. And I'm like, wait a minute, Marcelino told me you was with him. Now, Brittany did something smart. She got up when he came home that night. She asked him where he was. Like, I'm going to give you one more time to clear this whole thing up, because maybe I missed a chapter. Maybe some shit went down. Maybe you were supposed to hook up with old boy and y'all missed each other. So, where you been? Oh. Did so-and-so win? Did so-and-so win? What you talking about? Did he win? Oh, okay. I just want to know. Okay, cool. He talking about, then Marcelino gonna make it even worse, talking about something. I mean, you know, he's an idiot. He ain't gonna never win no money. I guess he not if he ain't actually playing poker. How he gonna win some money and he ain't fucking playing poker? Anyway, so here's where Brittany was very intelligent. Brittany took the kids to her mama house, and she told her mama, look, I'm upset with Marcelino right now. And she didn't say it in front of the kids. She was spelling and stuff so the kids couldn't hear her. I'm upset with Marcelino. I'm bringing the kids over there so me and him can talk without it being no issue. I don't want the kids to have to be around. See, Brittany, you're a very mature young lady when it comes to certain things. And again, even in this situation, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. She goes back to the house. Now, Marcelino done stayed up all night drinking. It was like 4 empty beer bottles on the table and a couple of bags of chips. Now, he didn't get home till 4:30, so this was 8:30 when all this was going down. So he must have drank 4 beers in record time to drink them 4 beers, eat a half a bag of chips, and still be asleep 3 hours later. Because I'm like, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot. For me, that's a lot of beer to drink at one time, but okay. Now, I'm one of those people, too. When I come home, I can't just go straight to bed. So I get it that you're having a little cocktail, but at the end of the day, that's a lot of beer. So she wakes him up and she confronts him. And of course now he don't have nothing to say. Now he mute. And so he finally but now Brittany, this is where you went wrong. And I said this last week about Lamar and them. You don't get to put your hands on him. You could be mad, you could cuss him out, you could talk about him like a dog. But then she slapped him, and I don't defend that. I can't be okay with that, and I can't defend that. Because at the end of the day, if he had slapped you, he'd be in jail right now. If he had done to you what you did to him, he'd be locked up. He'd be in jail. And everybody would be cussing him out, and everybody would be writing the network and talking about put him off the show. He's a wife beater, and he did this and he did that. But you get to slap him and keep it moving. See, y'all, I said it before, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't like the double standard thing. It's not cool, and I don't defend it. So she ended up telling him. She said, "Look, excuse me, y'all." She said, "Look, this ain't what we do. This is not us. We don't have this kind of relationship, and I'm not going to abide by it. You know, I love you, want to be with you, but we got a baby on the way, and I can't trust you right now. Like, you fucked up my trust. I'm going to go stay with my mama for a little while." So, honey, we're going to see how that work out. And Marcelino, of course, now he being a smart ass talking about, well, I mean, what, you want to keep a leash on me? Blah, blah, blah. No. All you had to tell her, because her thing was, so not only did you lie to me about where you went tonight, you've been lying to me about money. You've been lying to me about what's going on with our finances, and that's not cool. See, That little lie turned into a bigger issue. Had you just sat down with her and said, look, because here's the thing about gambling. The house always wins. What goes up must come down. You're not going to win every time. Even the best poker players lose sometimes. Like because it's a card game and you have to play the cards that you were dealt. Yes, there's a level of skill that's involved, but at the end of the day, if you don't get the cards, you don't get the cards. And you're just not going to always win. And I think Brittany, now we know Brittany, she doesn't always make the best decisions with money, but I think Brittany understands that the way y'all are making y'all money is not guaranteed income. Like, you don't go to a 40-hour-a-week job. That's why a couple of episodes back she was trying to tell you to go get a damn job, because she knows that what you do is not a guaranteed paycheck. She gets it. So that's all you had to do is sit down and say, look, I'm in a little bit of a slump right now. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna work with a coach. And yes, she's a woman, but that's all it is. It's business. It's not even about nothing. But no, you ain't do that. Whatever. So that's them. Clint and Tracy. Look, I'm not even going to belabor this whole situation. Clint goes to his parents' house. Clint's parents look like they got a nice house. They look like they live pretty comfortably. Y'all know I'm coming in the tail end of this. So, if they talked about his parents and what kind of money they make and what they do for a living, I missed it. But they look like they got a nice little house. They look like they look comfortable. And Clint, I don't know how Clint even pay his bills. But let me say this to Clint mama. I respect where you coming from, mama, and I respect what you did. I respect the fact that you told Clint you are no longer going to enable this behavior, and that if he goes back to Tracy, you're going to have to cut him off. Like, you're going to have to estrange yourself from him because you no longer can support this bad behavior and these bad decisions. And that Tracy is strung out on drugs, and she gonna always choose drugs over you because she has an addiction, and she loves you, but she don't love you more than she loves getting high. Now, mama, I'm with you on that 100%. But here's what I don't understand. You can't tell he getting high. You can't look at that raggedy. You can't tell he getting high. Because he need rehab too. He keeps talking about sending Tracy to rehab. He need rehab too. They try to make me go to rehab, but I said, both of them, they need a 2-for-1 special. Both of them need to be in rehab. Okay? But anyway, mama said, look, you can stay here because, Tracy ain't back at the house yet. Mama said, you can stay here because I don't want you in that house by yourself. But at the end of the day, if you keep running back and forth with this, you keep going back to Tracy, I'm done with it. I'm out. Boom. Cleaning my hands. So he says, well, can I stay here? She says, sure. Well, then either later on that night or the next day, whenever I don't know. He thinks that Tracy's at the house. So he's going to say, I think Tracy's at the house. Can you give me a ride over to the house so I can just check on the dog and stuff? So you should have just said, can you give me a ride to the house to check on the dog? Once you brought Tracy's name up, it was a wrap. Mama said, nope, not doing it. Mama said, I told you, I'm not enabling this behavior anymore. I'm not supporting these bad decisions. If you want to go over there and go check on the dog, you're going to do it without me. I'm not doing it. I'm not helping you out. It is a wrap. Boom, bam, bop. So he ends up going over to the house. Tracy got the door locked, won't answer the door. He trying to sneak into his own damn house. Had to go through the garage, honey. All right. Let's go on and knock out Lamar and Andrea. In her name, Andrea, whatever. She done got back on these condoms things. She ain't let the condoms go. First she believed them. Now she says she don't believe them because it don't make sense and it's too convenient. And again, I get that. The last thing we want to do is feel like we're getting played. Sometimes the explanation sounds so far-fetched and sounds so left field that we don't want to feel like we're getting played. And I get it. I 100% understand it. I 100% get it. Sorry, y'all. Her friend comes over and her friend goes to talk to her. And her friend is like, look, what's going on? She tells her about the condoms. And here's the thing about Andrea. Andrea go from A to Z. Like, Andrea, I'm with you on the front end. Look, it sounds real convenient. You know, you got on a plane, you flew all the way here, you've been here for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's been cold. At no point in time did you put your hands in your pockets and be like, oh shit, my brother left condoms in my coat, let me throw them away before my wife finds them. Like, at no point in time did you find those condoms. But then the flip side is, you know him and his brother share clothes. You know that they very well could be the brothers, and the brother has vouched for him. But you have had no situation where you caught him with another woman. Now she gonna say, he's been seeing prostitutes. How we get there? At what point in time did we see anything to show him be with a prostitute or around a prostitute? What are you talking about? And here's what I like about her friend. Her friend even said, stop it. Just stop. Ain't nobody said nothing about no prostitute. See, you done went all the way to left field. I like this friend. Friend said, stop it. So she goes to talk to Lamar, and she asks Lamar, look, have you ever cheated on her? Do you love her? Do you want to be with her? And of course he said, yes, yes, no. Well, yes, no, yes, whatever. So she goes back down and tells her friend, she said, look, here's the bottom line. Y'all are spending too much time away from each other, and that is the devil's playground in your brain. Because now you said, when I call him, I've heard women in the background, and this and that and the other, and this and that and the other, and da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. Because you've gotten in your head now that this man is cheating on you because he ain't with you. And here's the problem, and you ain't giving him none. And in your mind, you thinking, wow, he wasn't getting none for however long, 2 months that he was down there in LA. Now he done been here for 3-4 weeks, and he been asking for it, but I've been telling him no. Oh, well, he must be getting it from somewhere else. If you don't have sex with your husband. So then she takes him down to the mountain where she said she makes all of her big decisions, and she tells him, look, something's got to give. Either we're going to be together or we not, and one of us is going to have to move. So they did do something that I thought was smart. They said, we're going to let the kids decide. Now, both of them, of course, think they're going to win. I think Lamar going to win. I think them kids don't want to be in Utah a bit more than the man in the moon. And I think they want to go to LA. If nothing else, it's different, it's new, it's exciting. But I don't know. We'll see, because that's where it left off. We don't know who picked what. Lacey and her, it's the same thing as last week. I'm not putting 20 on 10 with this. Lacey, it's the same thing. She still got the boyfriend. She still got Shane, but then she got Chris now. They still playing, you know, you show me yours, I'll show you mine on FaceTime games. You know, it's whatever. And she basically said that Chris wants her to put Shane out the house, but she was like, Shane don't have anywhere to go. But of course, but I want to be with Chris, and I don't want Shane here anymore. Shane, he cheated on me, and I don't want to be with him anymore. So whatever. I don't know what's going to go on with that, and I don't care. Like, whatever. All right, now let me get to these modes. I need y'all to tell me what Michael has in his penis. Because whatever it is, Michael, you know how you could become a surefire millionaire? I am going to need you to take it, put it in some bottles, market it, and sell it as some sort of oil. Because whatever it is that you have, bruh, you can make a whole lot of money on. You have... Okay, you spent the night with your wife that you are currently, I guess, trying to divorce, that you are separated from, and she lets you give her some, because in her mind she's getting something over on the girlfriend that you left back at the hotel. It's a power play. Know it well, been there, done that. Let's be clear. I ain't always been this old, smart, and had this much what's the word I'm looking for? Self-respect. Okay. So I know that game well. It's you thought you had him, but he's still mine, boo-boo. And look, I can get him whenever I feel like it. All I gotta do is play the baby card, and he comes running, and I can get him to spend the night with me. And Michael, here's where you messed up, because I think there's a part of you, this much of you, that does like Maria. Now, I don't know if you like what Maria can do for you, or if you really just like Maria. But here's what you did. You lied. You told Maria that old girl wasn't going to be there, and that you was spending the night with your kids because while she was out hanging out with the people, and that you'd be home in a couple of hours. Fast forward 12 hours later, because let's be clear, you didn't get back to the hotel room until noon. It ain't even like you got up at like 7:30 and pretended like you should have jumped up at 7:30, ran to the hotel and was like, oh my God, she came in and I was asleep on the couch. I fell asleep. I just woke up. I got back as soon as possible and called her. But here's why Michael didn't do it, because Michael ain't have to do it. Because Michael know that all he got to do is show up, finesse it a little bit, smile a little bit, give her a couple of kisses, and he gonna be right back in there. You ain't even washed your dirty ass from sleeping in your wife's bed. Now you in bed with Maria, and y'all kissing and slobbing each other down. And I know you messed around and gave her a little something, because now for Maria, it's a power play on her mind, because what she just said to herself was, well, they couldn't have possibly had sex, because he wouldn't have sex with me right after he had sex with her without at least taking a shower. Yes, he will, because he's dirty like that. All the while this is going on, now you got Megan calling you, talking about where you been, why you ain't taking my phone calls, why you won't answer the phone call. And Michael is saying, I still got love for Megan, and I'm gonna keep Megan on the back burner just in case all this shit fall through and I need another gravy train. And I know I can always get Megan back in my pocket when I need her back in my pocket. See what I'm saying, y'all? Now, he goes back to the hotel. He sweet talks his way. He gets back in good graces with Maria. And Maria talking about something. I don't think anything happened last night. I don't think nothing went down last night. Michael loves me. And it's all Sarah's fault. He promised to take the girls out for ice cream the next day or whatever. Of course, he doesn't show up because he's too busy trying to play makeup games with Maria down at the hotel. So, of course, he doesn't take the girl to get ice cream. Now, Sarah uses that as an excuse to roll up on him at the hotel. Because let's be clear. Okay, he disappointed your daughter, but rolling up on him at the hotel and cussing him out don't change the fact that he disappointed your daughter. You just wanted an excuse to show up because really, in the back of your mind, you want Maria to know that y'all slept together last night, and you waiting for the excuse to let it out. So you show up, Michael's outside with Maria smoking a cigarette. Maria is instantly pissed off. You know why Maria is instantly pissed off? Because she know in the back of her mind that Michael slept with her last night. You understand? Y'all, are y'all following this? So Maria takes all that aggression out on Sarah, which is what Sarah wanted anyway, because again, Sarah wants an excuse to throw back at Maria, but where was your man last night? And Michael is in the middle of it going, oh shit. Now let's be clear. When it's all over, said and done, and when the dust settles, Michael ain't going to lose nothing but an argument. Let's be clear. Maria's still going to be there. Sarah's still going to be there. And dumbass Megan is still going to be there too. Because he on a FaceTime with her while he outside smoking a cigarette after he done had sex with his ex-wife and his new girlfriend in less than 12 hours. Now he on the phone with Megan talking about, I'm going to come and see you pretty soon. I'm going to come check you out soon. And Megan on the phone talking about something. When this dude has ghosted you by your own admission. He has not answered your phone calls, texts, FaceTimes, emails, Instagram, DMs, tweets, none of that. In the last, 4 weeks? 3-4 weeks? And now, the first time he answers the phone in 2 or 3 weeks, he says to you, I'm going to come see you. Your response is, when? Like I said at the beginning, Michael. I give you a hard time, bruh. I do. But whatever it is you got, figure out a way to put it in a bottle and sell it. I promise you, you're going to be a millionaire by the end of the year. Because that shit you got must be bionic. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments, y'all. Peace.